What's up, guys? John here with Earthworks. Another beautiful day in Jacksonville, Florida. We're starting a new project today, mostly in the backyard. New paver patio, so an old wooden porch came out. So if you guys got old wooden porches that are just falling over, falling through, or you're getting splinters or something, let's replace that with a really cool paver patio. You can see all the pavers. We have the kind of stage here on the side of the driveway. When you're working in tight quarters like this, you have to do things like this. You have to go ahead and factor the sod coming out and doing that repair. Our access here is to taking out 2 fence panels. Let's walk back here. Here you can kind of see a really old tree we're trying to protect the roots of. So Eric will take some different precautions just to save the roots. You can kind of see how he's sculpted around them out in the sod and made it kind of look like a little garden almost. Check out this backyard already. You know, how nice is this? A little waterway. We've got a nice oak tree that's gonna go in to give us some key shade in the afternoon from the sun that sets over in this direction and really bakes this porch. So that'll be a good element that's not here now. You can kind of see in here where it looks like a bomb went off already. That old wood porch came up to here and kind of ran out, and it was really a big hazard, if nothing else. So now we'll have several areas of nice scallop staircases, 1, 2, and a third one over there. And more of a curved porch that is just friendly. Just the curves here are gonna just really personify the welcomeness to come out here and wanna chill. Right now it's very symmetrical and very, I don't wanna come out here. So we already had to deal with the pool lines that are 90 degrees, so to soften that, the curves of the porch will really do that. I got 2 little walkways that'll connect the porch to the pool that they don't have now. And then a really cool, just a color scheme back here too that we're doing with the pavers. So get a good look at it now. It's gonna be a total transformation. I wanna introduce you to the foreman out here for the job. This is Eric, he's the man. Anytime we got a hardscape with some difficulty to it, the man right here, he does everything to point to numbers. Talk to the guys about some of the trouble here, Eric, and what we're gonna have.
Well, some of the issues, as soon as we pulled up, we've seen is the parking issue. We don't want to block the right of way of the road, but in this case, we're going to block it and hope that the HOA is okay with it for temporarily. And then it's coming in, everything, all of our heavy equipment, the dumpster. We're going to put the dumpster in the grass. That way, we're not blocking it too much. And that way, if the dumpster guys don't come and pick it up today, it's not going to be an issue. And then coming through the driveway, you've seen the cracked driveway. It's one thing we always look for first when we pull up on the job. And then we got to take the fence down and come through, and we got this old oak here that we're going to try to protect and go around. There's going to be sod damage coming in here, and that's just the nature of the job when you got to come in here as many times as we do.
Oh yeah.
We always put on a proposal a little extra sod to fix what we mess up. So some things we're seeing as soon as we pull up and we start looking at this, we got a couple landing pads coming off of each door. It shows 3 steps on plan. Look at the elevations. It's probably going to be 2 step downs on these 2 and 1 step down on that one over there. And that gives us our elevation we need to come down to the actual patio. Those are kind of set in stone. You can't build 3 steps if you don't have 1.5 foot of fall between the patio and the actual porch itself. So just looking at that, we see that. Some of the issues, you see the post here. We're not sure what we're going to have to do to get those out, or what, if they've got a footer poured around them or what.
Those are tombstones.
Yeah, it's kind of up in the air what those actually are. So we're going to dig on them and see what they are and see what we're going to have to do to get them out. We have irrigation and stuff through here we got to be conscientious of. We're probably going to have to just tear some of it out and then reroute it later on.
Yeah.
Then we're looking at it and we're noticing this pool deck where we got walkways going to the pool deck. The pool deck elevation is so much lower than this actual patio. We may end up having to do another step down through the walkways to get to the pool deck, where otherwise you're just going to have too much of an incline on the walkway going to the pool deck. Those are just some of the issues that we're seeing first, as soon as we got out here. And
our pool pipes, of course.
Yeah, we got the pool
that are hidden
around there. I'm going to have a guy dig back and see how deep those are and see if those are going to come into play throughout it. But, you know, once we start tearing out this deck and everything and we get into it, we'll know a little bit more. But today's our first day. It's kind of like our pioneer day, just figuring everything out and getting the demo work done.
And this house was built in the 70s, so who knows? There could be some treasures hidden we don't know about. So
they don't build them like they used to.
They sure don't.
And,
so
the codes are different back then, so you kind of come into some FWT or
WTFs.
yeah, WTF.
Boulder rolling 101. It goes end over end.
Tetanus. A lot of tetanus.
And we spent most of this morning actually going over and getting a game plan for how we're going to build these steps with the paver guys here. And as you can see, we're actually laying block now. It's about 11 o'clock now. That's the first row of block they're laying. And then they're filling it with crush, as you can see. And then they'll lay the second row of block. And those will be your steps. The pavers just go right down on top of them. And then we'll actually have your top platform going on top of that. So you actually have 2 steps and then your patio, which would be a landing pad for when you come out on the doorstep. Over here it's the same thing. They're getting started. They're getting ready to build the outside step. And again, we fill it with crush. And then you get your next step and then the landing pad itself coming out the doorway. This is a construction site. The thing about when you're doing these big projects is you're going to make a mess. It's like plastic surgery. The worse it looks in the beginning, the better it's going to look in the end. And as you can see, right now, it looks pretty bad. But by the end of this job, we're going to have everything cleaned up. We'll pressure wash the driveway and everything will look like brand new. But this is just some of the things to expect if we're coming out to your house to do a paver job. We try to keep it as clean and tidy as possible. But in this case, we're out here for multiple days and tracking the loader over it multiple times. And it would take several hours to clean this driveway off every day. So it's just downtime. It would increase the job by several days if we try to clean this driveway off every day. So in this case, we discussed it with the homeowner, everything about leaving it in a mess as we work through it. And by the end of the week, we'll have everything cleaned up and spotless.
I would say we're really happy with it, and yes, now that we have this open and inviting space, it's going to become an entertainment space to have friends over. We felt like the old deck and old yard was not something that we wanted to bring people to the last couple of years because it was not only ugly, but it was bordering on unsafe. So it's nice to now have a spot that not only can we use and enjoy, but we want to show off and share with family and friends.
Else.
So we're looking forward to summer barbecues and holiday gatherings and such. And I can also tell you the canine of the family is loving it also as well. She gets the most out of it.
Check out the garden, check out the new patio. So our design brought them down from the doorways to the stairs down to a flat patio and then got rid of the whole stair down to the pool. And a really cool low maintenance succulent garden here mixed with some boulders and things. Guys were really cool to work with. If you guys ever have any problems like this in your garden, you got an old deck that's falling apart, you got stairs that don't just go to nowhere. These are some really good ideas to bring in a new modern look to your garden, a really clean look to your garden, something that'll give you a little upsell value on your house and longevity if you're gonna be there for a long time. Another problem in this garden was the wall that was exposed once that deck was out. So you never know what you're gonna get when you take out a deck. So this is a thin paver here, a remodel paver, 1 inch. And we were able to veneer the front of the wall here to match the rest of the pavers. And then I did this really cool old Chicago border to match this old Chicago brick. And you can kind of see that going around the whole patio as a nice little loop. From the gardens to the hardscape. I'm even designing some swimming pools now. So come to me with your questions, your problems. You can send us photos. You can contact us on Facebook, social media, Instagram, follow our YouTube page. Even get some ideas. Just come to our garden center and make a Sunday of it. It's really a cool place. So come check out Earthworks Beach Boulevard in Kernan. And John Cacchione here, come look me up and let me do a really nice garden just like this one for you.
No, we're thrilled with our new backyard, and we can't wait to really use it every day.
Yep. And
Yeah.
we will definitely want to involve Earthworks in future landscaping projects around our home.
Yeah.
We had a really positive experience. Nadia, you want to say goodbye?
Hey.